Hey y'all, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to do a recap on The Chi Season 6 Episode 10, titled Want the Smoke. So this episode comes on with Victor doing a speech about mental health. While he's doing his speech, he's having like flashbacks of him and Duda doing things they ain't got no business doing back in the day. So then you see like these two women looking in a car where Duda Pow Pow Q at, and they open the trunk and they're like jackpot. So I was like, oh, these must be the feds. First thing I thought about was Victor is going down because y'all know they're not going to catch Duda. Y'all know they ain't going to do nothing to Duda. They never do. I promise y'all, every time I feel like he's about to be gone from that season, here he come again. After the speech was over, Marcus basically told Victor that he should run for mayor. So then they show Victor leaving. And when he shut the door, I just had a funny feeling that it was someone in the car with him. I don't know why, but I just knew. Because how they was placing the camera on him. So, of course, then somebody put something over his head. And they grab him. And they start roughing him up. Of course, Victor tries to fight them off. But it didn't work. They throw him into a car. Or a van. And then pull off. So, of course, I already knew who it was. They show Victor tied up to the chair. With Duda in front of him asking, did he try to K-word him? So Victor is like, if I did, I wouldn't have missed. So Duda's like, oh, you wouldn't have missed. And then he goes to bend down and get into Victor's ear, and Victor headbutted him. So I don't know why Duda acts like he doesn't know who Trig really is. Or should I say who Victor really is. But anyway, Victor headbutts Duda. Duda punches Victor in the eye. And Victor had a black eye the whole episode, y'all. Keisha and Emmett are at Keisha's baby's school. They're playing with him. He's playing with his toy. And so when they leave out, Keisha immediately asks Emmett, you know, what happened with Duda? What he wants you to do? To K-word Rob's mom. So he's like, but I'm not going to do it, though. She's like, I hope not. So they continue the conversation. And then Emmett tells her, you know, let's go out. She's like, no, she don't want to go. She can't. You know, it's too much stress going on right now. He's like, yeah, I know. That's why we should go out. We got to find each other again. So, of course, she agrees. So then we see Jake. Jake is doing a photo shoot for his clothing line. And then we see Papa's girl modeling for him. And so Jake is like, I'm surprised that you're doing this. She's like, why? He's like, I thought your pops was rich. She said, basically, that's his money, not mine. Who do y'all think her dad will be? The pastor or the lawyer? Because that's the only two older men that I see that's added on to the cast. So then we see Lene in class. And y'all, guess who her teacher is? The guy from A Different World. Dwayne. I think that's his name. Dwayne. Y'all, I feel like I'm getting so old. So Emmett goes to ask his parents to watch the kids while him and Keisha go out. And they agree, but they want to know what's going on with Duda. Of course, here go Emmett. Oh, I got everything under control. And Emmett never has anything under control. But Jada does tell him before he leaves, don't have too much fun. Because y'all got too many kids. Baby, if that don't sound like my mother. So then they show the mental health group that they have with one another with all the guys. And they're sitting around talking about who has a job, who doesn't have a job. You know, what's going right in whose life, what's going wrong. And in comes Victor. I keep wanting to call him Trig, y'all. I'm sorry. And he walks in with all this aggression on his chest. And Marcus is like, Victor, Victor. He's like, what? And so he was like, is everything okay? He was like, no, but it will be. So Sean and Victor are sitting at the table, and Sean keeps staring at Victor's black eye. So he's like, stop staring at it. He's like, it's staring at me. So then they start talking about Deja. Sean tells Victor that he made a mistake and sent Deja a message that was meant for Sierra. He's like, Sierra? He's like, yeah, you know, they did what they did on Valentine's Day. So he finally did tell Victor. Victor don't care. He like, y'all really wasn't together or whatever. So, you know, they laughed about it. But Shaw does say he wants to get back out to the dating world. So then we see Emmett and Keisha at the club together doing their 1-2, drinking, enjoying themselves, and over comes Dante. Dante is the guy that Emmett baby mom Tiffany used to mess with while messing with Emmett. Okay, y'all got it. All right. So now we see Brittany and Gemma in the studio. Gemma wants for Brittany to do her verse over. And so Brittany is basically chilling with women, well, a woman in the studio. The lady is sitting on her lap. Gemma is jealous, of course. So Gemma is like, do you hear me? So she's like, yeah, I hear you, but I don't need you to critique my music. I just need you to get me gigs. Basically, Gemma wants Brittany. That's all, that's it. So now we back at the Dante, Emmett, and Keisha scene. So Dante introduces himself to Keisha. Keisha is like, yeah, I know who you are. Basically, Tiff used to tell me about you. So he's like, oh, okay. And to make small conversation, because I know it was awkward, Emmett was like, yeah, I heard you got Tiff car back. Anyway, they start following Dante because he's like, follow me. And then Dante girl walks up. So when she walks up, they're like, let's get out of here. Let's go to another club. So Emmett and Keisha agree and they go. Ned finally catches Rob going across the parking lot. I don't know where he was going and I don't know where he was coming from. However, Nut does tell him that he needs to include him on him and Tiffany's weed business in exchange for his life. So of course Rob don't want to agree, but he ain't got no choice. He want to live, don't he? So Emmett and Keisha finally makes it to the club. They might as well not have went because they ready to go. So Emmett is like, you're ready? I've been ready. Let's go. They dip off. So we finally see Bakari getting them bags up out of Lene's house that she shouldn't have never allowed him to put in it. But I guess. Anyway, she does tell him that she wants him to go to the English one-on-one class with her. At first he's like, I gotta go make a drop. But then he agrees. So then we see Emmett and Keisha home eating pizza, chilling on the couch watching TV. Emmett says, he likes being home with Keisha. And she's happy with that. Anyway, Keisha, she's like, look, it's time for that action to go down. And that's what they did. They did what they did when they did what they did. However, Emmett did not listen to his mom because he did not put a Jimmy on. Lord knows, it better not be no babies coming. So then we see Jake and Gemma. She's upset because he got Papa Girl to basically model for him. And I don't think that they're going to be together for too much longer, but we'll wait and see. Y'all, when y'all get a chance, go to this girl IG and read her comments. Not my favorite TV pop. So then we see Emmett picking his kids up. His dad is helping him strap the kids in, and then he looks across the street and he sees Shaw asleep in a car. My thing is, why you not sleep outside of Deja's house? Why are you outside of their house? Darnell does say come on inside of his house. And then he goes to talk to Jada about it. Jada's like, I don't want no grown man in my house or whatever. So Shaw yells upstairs, do they have something to put on the grill? Instantly, Darnell regrets. So then we see Bakari in a class with Lene, and he seems to be really enjoying the class. The teacher realizes that Bakari is a face that he's never seen, so he's like a new student. So Lene says no, but I asked him to come along and sit with me in the class. Is that okay? He's like, no, that's not okay. That's breaking university rules or whatever. But he would tutor Bakari, and so he agrees to that. So then they show Darnell and Shaw working on, I guess, some pipes in Alicia's house, but she really wants some plumbing for real. But anyway, Darnell walks out. Alicia starts flirting with Shaw. They exchange numbers. And could you just imagine that? Shaw is banging Rob's mom. And she got to be every bit of 70 and plus. Ew. Emmett goes over to Rob and Tiff's house. Emmett is looking to buy a dude out. So he's basically asking Rob, should he ask Rob's mom for some money? Rob is like, she's stingy with her money, but, she overhears that, and she's like, how much? Emmett wasn't expecting that, so he's like, I don't know. Alicia does tell him to figure it out. Rob tells Emmett, basically, if he messes that up, then him and Rob will have a problem. But at this point, Rob, nobody takes you serious. Shut up. You claim you wasn't going to miss, but you did. Please. So now we see Bianca and Duda at dinner together, and she's giving Duda all these props. Oh, he took care of so many people. He did good. This, that, and the third. Just kissing his behind. Whole time Duda over there texting Tracy. Girl. Anyway, do y'all think that she's going to help Alicia set Duda up? I don't think so. So now we see the guys at the lounge drinking all together. They're having good conversation, looking at women or whatever the case may be. And the topic of Deja comes back up. We all know Marcus is there with them, so Shaw can't really tell them what happened. So he made up some type of excuse like, he messed up or whatever the case may be. But he does say she's a good woman and he wants her back. Later in the episode, we do see Shaw pull up on Deja at her job, and she basically tells him, I used to love you. And that really hurt him. He had some flowers and everything, and he walked out of there. Boy, you better call on Alicia because she is not going. So Rob basically tells Tiffany what happened and lets her know that in exchange for his life, they have to cut Nut in for a deal. Of course, she wasn't for it, but when he told her what happened, she had no choice. So Rashad pops up at Alicia's door at night, talk about he can fix her locks on her door. So she basically tells him, you can do it in the morning. I'm thinking she's telling him to come back in the morning. No, she's telling him she wants to wake up next to him in the morning.